Hey guys, it's Sophie, also known as Birdie. I'm still not sure if I'm going to go with just Birdie or just Sophie. This video is me dyeing my mum's hair, and we're sort of talking a bit about the BPD side of things. A little bit about our past, but not too much detail. We don't talk about anything too heavy, but I think understanding BPD, you really need to understand where it comes from. And I have other issues, but I think my mum, out of the family side of issues, I think my mum's the only one who's going to talk about it. She's probably going to be the only one on the channel who will talk about my childhood and stuff. Like, honestly, it's as honest as she can, basically. That's what today's video is. Just before we start, you'll notice my hair is different. It's also faded. I didn't intend for it to fade this much, and it doesn't even look like the colour was. It was sort of this colour, right at the roots there. Basically, Christmas Eve I had a bit of a hair breakdown. The orange and the yellow was amazing, and I honestly loved it. Unfortunately, the orange bled over the yellow the first time I washed it, so my hair was completely orange. I just hate it, and I wanted to just get rid of it. I didn't care what I did, so I made up my own little colour. I had some red, some orange and yellow, and a little bit of pink and lavender put in. I mixed it together and it made like this pinky peachy colour. It's very, very pale now, but that's good because I'm getting rid of it. This was a temporary thing. I will be dyeing it probably next week. The week after you'll probably see the video of me dyeing it again. And I've also cut it. I cut it first week in January. I was just having a bad day. And I just cut it and cut it and cut it. A couple of days after uploading my video for dyeing my hair the orange and yellow, we found out my nana passed away very suddenly. You'll see my mum mention the funeral. That's the funeral she's talking about. That was the 6th of January, just there. There's a lot of unanswered questions about it. It wasn't a COVID thing, it wasn't an age thing. She was actually very young. Postmortem so far has came up with nothing. On top of that, there's other things going on in the background that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about or not sure if I want to talk about. I'm this sort of middle step of a process of getting justice for one of my abusers, and that's probably all I can say right now, but that's in a very hectic part. So I'm also very anxious and stressed, and my team is breaking out everywhere, and I don't have the capacity to look after myself hygiene wise, and I just want to be honest with everyone about it, because I think if I want to make this a mental health space, to be like a healthy mental health space, I want this to be an honest mental health space. Like, I don't want to lie. You know, I put makeup on today because I wanted to feel a bit more comfortable, but I didn't go like full heavy makeup because I wanted you to be able to see that I am a mess. I only washed my hair today and dried it just to do this intro. And lastly, this is a really long intro. Lastly, I just want to say thank you for all the people who've watched and commented and subscribed. It's weird. I didn't think that video would blow up so much. I definitely didn't think it'd be anyone other than my family watching it. I don't know if this setup's going to be permanent or not. I'm hoping to have a better setup next time, because sitting in my bathroom talking to a camera is a bit weird.
I'm Poetic Sniper. You'll catch me on Twitch, Twitter, maybe YouTube. Some cooking videos, I think.
So this is my mammy, and I've been doing her hair since 2019.
August 2019, but a fair bit since August.
Yeah.
I had the pink, orange and blonde together. Pink, blonde and purple together, which was beautiful.
Yeah. It's
still one of my favourite pictures to put up as a profile picture. We've had this blue and blonde.
Mm-hmm.
We've had pink, red, green, blue and purple all in one head.
Oh yeah, that was a lot.
But there was lots left over, so I was just like, go for it.
Yeah, that was a big fucking moment.
And I've had red before, just red on its own.
Yeah. And what are we doing today, Mommy? It's Raspberry Rebel.
Raspberry Rebel.
Fire Red.
Fire Red and Platinum together.
Yeah.
Because we tried the Platinum on the blonde before and it didn't do much.
Did barely anything, but I think that's because we didn't lay in your hair enough.
Yeah. And then I decided to have it all done over to the whole head, so we've added some conditioner to it.
So hopefully the red's gonna turn the blue purple.
Yeah.
And then the top will be red. So it will be red, or reddy purple at least.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna start on one half of the hair and work my way over. What did you think when I first got diagnosed, or told you my diagnosis?
I felt I needed to look up what you were going through, so that I learnt a bit more about what helps and what doesn't help. I realised that part of it has been due to family issues, which I am very sorry for.
Did you think it made sense?
It definitely made sense.
What, if you were to like pinpoint the age where you think it would like make the most sense to start from? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were to pinpoint the one moment that you figured out something was wrong with me.
Well, I would probably have to say that would be when you were 11.
Okay.
When we had an issue in the living room and we were chucking furniture at each other, kind of.
Yeah.
I should have realised something back then, that there was more to just your anger and my anger, because I'll admit I was in the wrong too.
What do you think now of like me and BPD, like compared to then?
Compared to then, I think you're a whole different person in a way. You know how to calm yourself down. You've taken yourself away from issues. You've tell others what things can help you. So it's like you've learnt a very lot about yourself, and I've learnt a lot about yourself.
Given that borderline mainly comes from family issues, and like you said, you acknowledge it, what things do you think contributed to like it being that way? Like, not what you or dad or anyone did, but more what contributed to that lack of parenting sense, you know what I mean?
Well, I would say it doesn't help that I've had lack of parenting sense, to be fair. So I haven't really learnt as much as I could have to be a parent. So I've learnt a lot more in my last 5 years than I have throughout my whole life. But I think if we had picked up on it properly and we had all communicated properly, you could have had a lot more help back then.
True. What is your favourite and worst thing about my BPD? And I want you to be honest, don't worry. I'm not going to follow you or anything. My
favourite part is when you get really, really like excited. It's like watching a chipmunk pop out a can, if you want to say. Or one of those exploding candy things.
Yeah.
You're quite good at when you're in your good place. You're really good at like taking organisation better than I am. You get us all where we need to be. You plan things in advance.
You mean I'm a control freak?
No, there's a difference to being a control freak and not being a control freak.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing that upsets me sometimes about your bad episodes is that we don't talk.
Yeah.
You kind of like go into a shell, and it's like I don't know how to help you.
Yeah.
So it's not actually a bad thing that you do, it's just you want to help but you don't know how to help.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. I get that with Frankie a lot. Or I just don't know what to do.
Sometimes you tell me when you're needing time out though. It's like you can pick up on it.
Yeah, it's something I'm been learning to do. If you felt comfortable, you could tell roughly what happened on your part, to give people an idea. You don't have to, but if you feel up for it.
Yeah.
Just explain, what was going on, and don't beat yourself up about it.
But back when you were younger, I had a habit of not turning up when I should have. I had a habit of not being able to take you when I should have. And I had issues going on myself, but we didn't know what the issues was until years later.
Yeah.
A lot of it was depression, but that wasn't your fault, and I should not have like cut myself off from you because that didn't help you at all. And some of it was lack of money.
Mhm.
And then when I done something wrong, I was stopped for seeing you for a while because I had hurt you, which I really regret doing. And then eventually it turned out like I had my own mental issues, which comes with depression at the same time. Well, I have what's called fibromyalgia. It gives me pain points in quite a few parts of my body. It gives me depression from time to time, which sometimes really sucks because it's all different. It's never the same kind of depression. It's like the now, because of the funeral and stuff, I want to hide in a cover and I just want to come out again. I get a thing called fibro fog, so I could sit and read a book 3 times over and not realise I've read it. If I don't put a thing down on a book, then I'll forget to phone somewhere. I end up asking 3 members of the family sometimes, can you remind me to phone that person? But they've got to have somebody to remind them.
Yeah.
I have sleep issues with it, but I'm trying a new medication now and it seems to be helping.
Yeah.
I'm playing games. I never played Fortnite for over a year or so before this, but I never thought I'd be on the Xbox streaming games or thinking about being a YouTuber.
There's one half done. Now to do the other half. I'm gonna make Sims characters.
Mhm.
Either of my BPD traits, so like each Sim character is like the trait that I have.
Yeah.
Like, or the traits that I have the most of. Or design characters for each of my illnesses.
Oh, see, that sounds good.
So like anxiety, depression, quarantine and stuff. Games do you mostly stream?
I mostly stream Fortnite now and Overwatch. Back to Paladins because it's on its first new season. I'm not buying the Battle Pass, £35 is ridiculous.
No.
But I do like playing it. I've got my 4 main characters I like out of there. I do have a game called Dragon Quest, but I'm stuck on One Piece, so I'm leaving that until I'm less agitated with it. Because I'm just doing the same thing over and over again for a whole hour, and that's doing my head in.
Yeah.
I do like my Dead by Daylight. I'm going to buy the new Demogorgon pack, but I'm waiting for me and you to go on together.
What is your favourite memory out of our relationship?
I was watching you and Frankie get married.
Oh, but I mean me and you.
Well, me and you.
Like,
that would be Flamingo Land.
Shit, I don't even remember Flamingo Land.
No, you and Martin and that went on, you and Emily went on a train thing, and it went round like in a circly bumpy up and down, but you were both smiling and giggling away, and I've got a picture of that. And then the other good memory I have is Dalry in Gorky Farm.
Jesus, those things I won't remember.
Yeah. That's why my first memory will always be your wedding day. The worst day would probably be the fight in your house that I regret.
The living room.
Yeah, the living room fight.
Yeah, I think
that's
like...
the one that's one I regret the most out of all the...
Right, let's talk about it, because we don't have any resentment.
No.
But it's very BPD-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start?
Well, from what I remember of it, I asked you to go to your room.
Yes, we argued about something.
We argued and you wouldn't go to your room. I tried to get your nana or your dad to pick you up because you weren't doing as you're told, and they were saying nope, you have to handle, it's your weekend.
Yeah, we were like actually screaming at each other.
But we were screaming at each other, the neighbours heard us.
Yeah. You
sat on the couch.
Like it wasn't just me not doing as what I was told, it was me like screaming, shouting, banging, throwing things.
We were banging things, we were both throwing things, we were both screaming at each other. I actually had a dent in the wall from where I threw the table across because I got really angry.
Yeah.
I do remember trying to pull you from the couch and you together to try and get you in your room. Mm-hmm. I remember getting...
Well, Emily's room. Right.
Emily's room, yep. I remember getting kicked. I do think I remember slapping you, which I regretted.
No, you never slapped me.
No, I didn't.
No, you pushed a chair into my leg.
That'll be it then. I pushed a chair and it went into your leg, but I never meant for it to actually go into your leg. But that was a really, really bad day.
There was also that time you had to pick me up from Dan and Stacey's.
Oh yeah, I don't know I can't remember what happened with you, but I remember I got asked to come and get you.
I think I was having a really big episode, and I was just constantly arguing and screaming, chucking things at my window.
Yeah, I do remember things outside your window floor actually.
That was my thing back then, was to just chuck things out the window, because there was like a patio door to the living room, so they would see me throwing things.
But we've made amends. We're living 2 streets away from each other.
Yeah.
You were there for me at my lowest.
So 20 minutes?
20.
Maybe half an hour. I don't know. Something like that. Don't think it's too important because your hair is taken to it pretty well.
That's good then.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Da 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 da!
Oh, it's beautiful!
It actually worked out really well.
I really love that.
And then there's some pink bits. Your hair does need a little bit of conditioner because it's a bit dry. But
yeah, we'll give it a wee conditioner.
But yeah, that's so pretty. And it really, 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 really suits you. Like, it makes your like skin look so much like warmer and stuff.
I like warmer. Don't get enough sun these days.
What are you doing next?
Next colour, I'm actually quite tempted to go top red heavy and black bottom heavy.
Ah, so the opposite of what?
The opposite
of a future video.
Yes, of a future video. So I'd like you to subscribe to Birdie, comment, like, say what colour you think she should go next, ask her any questions about her BPD, anything you need to know, and subscribe.
I love that. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video about my dyeing my mum's hair. I really hope nothing was too dragging for anyone, and I hope that maybe you got a little bit of insight towards me and my mum, our relationship, my past, a little bit, you know. We're just gonna take a few baby steps in there. I hope you like my mum's hair. I hope you like the end result of my mum's hair. And I'll see you next time.